When assembling the saxophone, look for three main parts: the mouthpiece, the neck, and the body. Begin by assembling the mouthpiece. Realize that most mouthpieces are already assembled, so you must first take it apart so that you can wet the reed. Hold the mouthpiece so that the reed is facing upward and the screws are to your right. Turn the screws towards you to loosen the ligature. Do not loosen the screws so much that they come off the ligature, just enough so that you can slide the ligature off the mouthpiece. Remove the ligature and the reed. As you remove the reed, notice two rails on either side of the mouthpiece and a flat rectangular surface near the bottom. Put the thin end of the reed in your mouth and let it soak for about 30 seconds. Hold the mouthpiece in your left hand so that your thumb is against the left side and your pointer finger is cradling the back of the mouthpiece. Remove the reed from your mouth and place it on the mouthpiece with the thin edge facing upward and the thick edge downward. You should see the curved shape in the middle of the reed. Use the pointer finger and thumb of your right hand to adjust the reed so that it is positioned evenly against each rail. Use your left thumb to slide the reed up and down. Be sure that the reed is close enough to the tip of the mouthpiece. You should see just a hairline of the mouthpiece at the top. Once the reed is in position, hold it in place with your left thumb and slide the ligature over the top of the mouthpiece with your right hand. Be sure that the wider end of the ligature slides on first and that the screws are to your right. Slide the ligature just below the curve in the reed. Check the rails with your fingertips to be sure the reed is on straight. Check the tip to be sure the reed is still near the top edge, and tighten the screws just enough to hold the reed in place. Maybe 4 or 5 twists. Next, you will need the neck of the saxophone. One end has a smaller opening and cork sleeve, and the other has a larger opening. You will also find one key with a mechanism. Be very careful not to damage the key or mechanism as you fit the mouthpiece onto the corked end of the neck. Push and twist as you attach the mouthpiece. The remaining piece of the saxophone is the body, the largest part. One end of the body will have a thin piece of metal tubing sticking up. The other end will have a large opening called the bell. Pick up the saxophone by the bell as not to damage the keys or mechanisms. Fit the large end of the neck into the small end of the body. Be sure that the metal tubing on the body fits underneath the mechanism on the neck. The neck should point in the opposite direction of the bell, but it should be directly in line with the bell. Once you have the neck in place, tighten the screw where the neck and body meet by turning it away from you. Your saxophone is now assembled and you are ready to play.